Hello everyone and welcome to On the Sofa, a show where young people from Thurrock sit down and have real conversations with the people who keep our community buzzing. I'm your host Santi and today we're joined with our special guest Dr. Ash
Thank you.
from Dr Mélanin Aesthetics based in Thurrock. Firstly, let's get started and hear our story. Firstly, can you tell us about starting your business, Dr Mélanin, and what inspired you to actually start it?
So this is going a long time now. When I was a teenager, I had really quite significant acne. I just wandered around for help, tried all sorts of skincare, was really struggling and couldn't actually find anyone. Eventually ended up doing my medical training, became a doctor, same problem, still had acne as an adult. And I thought, do you know what, I've got some money. Now, why don't I try and get some aesthetic help? Went to many clinics and they just didn't understand our skin tone. It's darker, there's a lot more complications. And I could tell the conversations were quite different. So at that point, I thought, you know what, why don't I train in aesthetics? Ended up training in aesthetics and found that even working there, we had similar problems. So the complication rates of those of colour were much higher, particularly in darker skin tones, black skin and brown skin, both the complications are very high. And for that reason, I thought, do you know what, this seems to be a problem. So talked to a lot of my clients at that point and they said, oh my God, Dr. Ash, you know what, finally, if you're starting this thing, it's amazing. So it turns out there was actually a problem there. And hence Dr. Mélanin was born. So this was 2 years ago now. And here we are, we're still small, we're still building up, just to see whether it will actually work. I hope it does.
It's gonna get massive.
Yes, yeah.
So with starting your company, what's been the biggest challenge so far? What's the biggest barrier and how do you overcome it?
Yeah. I would say one of the biggest barriers was the lack of education, the lack of knowledge and training. Because it's such a niche specialty, particularly in the UK, not many people know about it. There's very little research about it. Even the training is very limited. So even when you go to the majority of the training courses, there is no understanding of skin of colour. They don't understand the structural and anatomical differences at all. So that was a huge struggle. So it was actually finding somebody. In the UK is ideal, but we've had to go internationally. But it's finding somebody who actually has the experience in treating skin of colour and knowing how you can actually do that. And it's ideally somebody who's got medical expertise, not in here in the UK. It's quite easy to just do a 2-day course and then suddenly start doing treatments. So not somebody like that. We wanted someone who really had proper medical knowledge about it.
That's very nice. So what's the best thing about Dr. Mélanin for the community?
I'd say I really hope it's something that helps the community in such a way that it's somewhere that's home for them. Often a lot of our community suffer from a lot of skin problems, so they tend to have acne, pigmentation, scarring. These tend to be our bread and butter, and it's very difficult for them to find places where they can trust and really understand their skin tone. And they wander around so many places, really hard. So I really hope this is something that Dr. Mélanin brings.
Yeah, it's going to be. So what's your vision for Dr. Mélanin for the next few years?
I hope we get bigger, one. In the next, I'd say 2 years, we'd like to have one full standing clinic. And I'd say in the next 10 years, we're hoping for at least 5 to 10 clinics.
You're going to
get
You're going to get
That's the
So
aim.
what advice are you going to give young people who wants to do something like you're doing and on their own personal business? What advice are you going to give to them?
I would 100% do it. And I think don't be afraid. I think that's one thing. But the second thing is to persevere and have a passion for what you do. I love what I do. I love every minute of it. I love seeing the results from our clients. I love seeing that they feel understood and feel taken care of. And I think that just gives me so much fulfillment. So if you find something that you do like that, I think you'll be successful in whatever you do.
Okay. So one more question. If you wasn't doing aesthetics for people, what do you think you're going to be doing?
I can't answer that. I think I'm doing exactly what I dreamed of doing, genuinely. And I'm blessed because not many people have the chance to ever say that. But I'm doing exactly what I dreamed of doing even 10, 15 years ago. This was what I wanted to do.
That's very good. And that's all for today's episode on The Sofa. A huge thank you to Dr. Ash from Dr. Mélanin Aesthetics for sharing her story with us today. And if you enjoyed this chat, don't forget to comment, subscribe, like, and follow all our social media platforms on Tag Radio. For more inspiring story, we'll be right back here in Thurrock. And I'm always been Santi and see you next time. Thank you.